Whether you're in the market to get a new air conditioner or a gas furnace or an electric heat pump or a geothermal heat pump, make sure to watch this video and do this first. Hey guys, it's Ray here at allofourhomes.com, and today I'm going to share with you what you absolutely must do first before you get a new air conditioner, furnace, heat pump, or geothermal heat pump. This is part of our sustainable renovation series for our 1905 folk Victorian farmhouse, which we're trying to make more eco-friendly and energy efficient. You can follow along by subscribing to our channel or check out our playlist, and don't forget to give this video a like. We are in the market to get a new heat pump, and we've actually decided to get a geothermal heat pump. Now, the one thing that I wish we had done before working with the geothermal contractors was to get an energy audit. There is one thing you need to do before you buy a heat pump, and that is to get an energy audit. This is definitely a lessons learned as I'm going through the process of doing a sustainable renovation for our home. But I think if you're doing any home renovation, or if you are just getting an air conditioner, a furnace, a heat pump, or any geothermal unit, you definitely want to get an energy audit first. And why is that? Well, if you've ever heard of the term reduce, reuse, recycle, when you get an energy audit, the auditor is going to help you reduce the amount of electricity your home is using and make it more energy efficient. They do that by advising you on the envelope of your home, and you can watch our video about getting an energy audit, and we actually have an interview with an energy auditor who will talk through the entire process. So I recommend watching that video, and I will link that for you all. So why is it important to reduce the energy that your house is using first? Well, that's because the size of the unit that you'll be purchasing, that size will depend on how many BTUs your house needs to be heated or cooled. So if you get an energy audit and you insulate your home, which in our case we're insulating our attic and our basement, you can reduce the amount of heating and cooling you need for your home. You can reduce the BTUs that you're using and reduce the size of your heating and cooling units, which ends up being cheaper. A smaller unit is typically less expensive than a bigger unit. So with an energy audit, it is also just important information to share with any geothermal expert or mechanical expert or HVAC expert that you're going to be working with. They want to know these numbers to see how your home is performing so they can right size the equipment for your home. If you have a very leaky house, which is what we have, where there's a lot of air that's moving out of the house or coming into the house, then you have two options. You can get a really large piece of equipment that's going to work really hard and that you'll have to pay a lot of money for because it's a bigger piece of equipment and because you're paying more in your electric bills to run that piece of equipment. Or you can insulate your home and work on the building envelope to reduce the amount of heating and cooling your house needs, get a smaller unit, and then use less electricity and pay less in your energy bills overall. And another part to getting an energy audit is that you can unlock rebates that you would not be able to get otherwise. Here in the state of Maryland, if you get an energy audit, you are able to unlock rebates for all sorts of equipment, which include getting a furnace or a hot water heater or an air conditioner. There's other equipment too. But one issue that we ran up against is that if you're switching from gas to electric, you do not get the rebate. So if you're going with gas that's not so efficient and you're upgrading to more efficient gas, if you already have a heat pump, an electric heat pump, and you're going to a more efficient electric heat pump, which by the way, heat pumps work with both heating and cooling, then you will get a rebate for that. However, in our case, we are not eligible for the rebates because we're going from gas to electric, but there are rebates that we will be getting for insulating our home, which overall will save us money because we are reducing our energy bills, and then we can also right size the equipment for our house. Now, there are two things that we've done with our energy auditors at Elysian Energy. The first was a quick home energy checkup, which is completely free in the state of Maryland. We also did a full home energy audit, and that energy audit was originally $400, but we only paid $100 out of pocket because in Maryland they have an Empower program that discounts it. But the energy audit for our house was the most important thing that we did, and it told us specific numbers about the leakage rate in our house. Time to share with you what they found with our more extensive energy audit. They found out that our house is old and pretty leaky. And so the air leakage number was 3,435 cubic feet per minute at 50 pascals. And the energy auditors have proposed to reduce that to 2,919. Now they can reduce that number by adding insulation to our attic and then also adding insulation around the perimeter or sill plate of our basement. The cost for doing that is roughly $3,500, and with the rebates that we would be getting back, it would be around $2,500. This doesn't mean that you need to do the work on your home before you hire other contractors, but at least getting the documentation and the numbers would have been so helpful to have from the beginning when we first started talking to our geothermal contractor. Now there's more to the story about whether or not we can do all of this work because of our historic tax credit that we're applying for, so I will definitely keep you updated with that later on in this series. Well, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for stopping by our home.